Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 555, we're going to do. This is a special deck today, Alirios Enraptured. Now, there's a couple things. I kind of wish I had done this in a different order because I would have loved to have done the Thrix for this number because I would have really loved a deck full of 5/5s for 5, but that's that's a thought after the fact. But what this deck is, this is special for many reasons. Number one, this is the last deck of Theros Beyond Death. So I was actually able to get through all of the legends from Theros before we even start previews for Ikoria. So now this will give me a chance to get caught up with more decks. I've already got 3 built. Geth, Selenia, and Ojutai. So, but when preview season started and Alirios Enraptured was previewed, I remember I was listening to the EDH Recast, and Joey Schultz said something. He said, "I love this card. Of what this is. This is a play off of. I'm gonna mangle the pronunciation. Y'all forgive me. Narcissus. A little too many S's in there for me, but." This is actually the art here is, and the card truly inspired by the legend from where we get actually the word narcissistic and narcissist and stuff like that. And he saw himself in the pond, and that was kind of it. But anyway, so Joey said, "I can't wait for somebody to do something with like all the mirrors in this." And mentally, I said, "I got you." So, Joey Schultz, this deck is for you. So, there are 2 parts to this deck. There is Mirror Tribal, and then we've got to find a way to win. So, without further ado, let's look at the Mirror card, shall we? I'm going to roll. Some of these are, well, all of these are in here just because Mirror is in the name. We have the Magic Mirror from, Eldraine, of course. No max hand size. And, it's a good card draw engine. Mirror of Fate. Now, also, one other thing to note, Joey, and anyone else who's watching this, I realize Joey's probably not going to watch this, but I used as many foil cards as I absolutely could. All the basic lands are foil. Because they gotta have that mirror finish, Soratami Mirror Guard. I know that's a stretch. Soratami Mirror Mage. Mirror Image. As a copy of a creature you control. This is not bad. There's some good stuff to copy in here. Mirror Pool. Same thing. Good stuff to copy. Robe of Mirrors. Wow, enchanted creature. I think it says has Shroud now. Mirror Shield. Mirror of the Forebears. Mirror Mockery. Going all the way back to the dark with Reflecting Mirror. This is nigh unplayable. Oh my gosh. When I list these decks on Archidect, as soon as I get the deck entered, I hit Add to Collection. And this was obviously the first copy I'd listed of Reflecting Mirror. Mirror Works. I bought so much foreign language stuff way back in the day because I was buying it just for me. I never thought, I would be showing it to all of y'all. It's Mirror Works, pay some mana, I think it's 2, and you get a copy of Artifact as it comes into play, whatever. Lich's Mirror. Moonring Mirror. Mirror Mad Phantasm. Mirror Golem. Mirror Match. Now, Faded Infatuation. We're gonna... Dang, the foil. The red light from the camera is glaring. This is an honorary mirror because this was the first time that we actually saw this scene, I believe. So that's why it's in there. But now, I've got 3 mirrors left that are actually pretty good. Mirage Mirror, making a temporary copy of something. Not bad. Not bad. Mirror Maid, same thing. Copy of an artifact or enchantment. Is this not the card we were waiting on forever, And then Mirror Gallery. The legend rule doesn't apply. So now, we got the mirrors out of the way. Now we got to find a way to make it work. So Alirios is just about useless when he comes into play, because he comes into play tapped. You don't untap, you get the reflection. It's one of those deals, Three. I love how he's a 2/3, and then you get the 3/2 reflection. So I think it is all about reflections, because that's what he would do, right? I mean, why look at anything else? So here's the thing. Followed footsteps. We're going to slap a followed footsteps right on him. We don't care, because hopefully we've got the mirror gallery in play. We get another copy of Alirios, which comes into play and brings us another copy of the reflection token. Sweet, right? And then I was lucky enough in the before everything blew up to actually get to a mystery draft, and I grabbed one of these. Good friend of mine, Dustin, passed it to me. So, Paradox Haze, so that to get a little even more use out of the followed footsteps. Now, since I am using Paradox Haze, there was another card that kind of popped in my head, was the Mechanized Production. Now, yeah, I know it kind of doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It's not real intuitive in this style deck, but I was like, we're getting double upkeeps, and what better to mech prod than, Power Stone Shard, because mana ramp, that's why. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and... no, we'll keep going with the fun stuff. Stronic Resonator, to copy the Alirios ability when it comes into play. Intruder Alarm, so when we get these reflection tokens, it untaps our commander, in case that's the thing we want to do, I guess. But really, we want a Deadeye. And I mean, we want a Deadeye Navigator Alirios so hard to get all the reflection tokens. So hard that, in fact, we're playing Hearthstone, not Hearthstone. I don't know anything about that game. But this way, it only costs a blue, right? And then, we're playing with Deadeye. We might as well be playing with the Drake, I mean, it's kind of why not. Now let's get to some normal categories here. We have some ramp in Star Compass, Midnight Clock. I kind of like the Midnight Clock, I'll be honest with you. I hate that it's rare, because I don't have like 50. Altar of Pantheon, Heraldic Banner. Heraldic Banner's amazing. It's going to give... Now we got 4/2 reflections. Spectral Searchlight, Seer's Lantern, Urgolem's Eye, the 4X cost Soul Ring. If I had a Soul Ring, don't y'all know it'd be in here. Some Draw and Opt, Preordain, Ponder, Mind Spring. But let's look at Kindred Discovery, because we're going to choose Reflection every single time. Whenever a reflection enters in the battlefield under your control or attacks, draw a card. Enters or attacks. What? It turns all of your chosen creature type into Titans, essentially. Enters or attacks. Got a little Phyrexian Metamorph and the Clone to just try to get more copies of whatever it is that we need. Now, as far as creature removal, removal in general, I've got 4 counter spells in Mana Leak, Negate, Rewind, and Arcane Denial. That's just in there to protect, what we're trying to do. But as far as creature removal, it's not just... We're going to start with Unsummon. It's not just creature removal per se. This is also stuff that we want to use on Alirios. So, if we don't get any of the other stuff, to bounce it back to our hand so we can replay him to get another reflection token. Because it's all about the reflection. I wish I had some of those actual mirrored sleeves, although those are, kind of not legal because when you draw, you can see anyway. But, so all of these are kind of in the theme of Unsummon. We have Rescue, Chain of Vapor, Mana War, which is pretty much what it's going to do. Repulse, draws a card. Hey, Boomerang, Unsubstantiate, Peel from Reality, Crystal Shard, and then one good old fashioned just kill that thing, Pongify. Non-basic lands, of course, we're running a Field of Ruin, a Nephilah Academy, because there is a slight there's a slight chance that this is going to happen, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't want, discard's not dominant, but I was like, hey, it doesn't come into play tapped, why not? Cloud Post, because if everybody in the world put one Cloud Post in their deck, it would be the best land in the game. Anyway, yeah, I know it's not going to happen, but it's cool. To Mystic Sanctuary to help get that instant sorcery back. A Lonely Sandbar and a Civilite Temple. I know I botched that. And then we've got 5 last cards here that are just, I don't know, they really didn't fit any of. Wonder and Levitation, kind of the same thing. I want to give all my reflections flying. And the archetype was just a little much for me at 6 mana. I know I probably... It's such a swingy card, though. It's such a good card. I put the Sphinx Mindbreaker in there to have some beats. I'll just be honest with you. 7 mana, 6/6 flyer, and then everybody's going to mill 10. We kind of, like I said, we kind of have a little bit of a milling thing going, so this may... And, Deadeye. We can just keep pop, and boom, there goes their library. Time Stop. There is nothing better than saying, you're done. No, I didn't ask. I was saying, you're done. And then Beacon of Tomorrow. Now, it was real hard for me not to load up on the take an extra turn cards because I feel like that would be a very Alirios thing to do is, it's all about me. It's my turn. There's lots of time like the present. But I didn't want to go that route because the mirror cards took up like 20 slots in the deck, and some of which are useful that we will use, but most of which are just there for flavor because, it's mirror tribal. Come on. That's amazing. I love these obscure decks like this, and to be able to... to make this, and I hope, Joey, you like it. Should probably shuffle the lands in there anyway, right? But now that we are done with Theros Beyond Death, and put my tokens in there. I probably don't have enough tokens. I got 4 of them there. I guess 4 is enough to designate sick, not sick, tapped, and untapped. So. One day I will finish that. God, I need to get a haircut. But anyway, that is deck number 555, Alirios Enraptured. Thank you so much for the idea, Joey. And just kind of fun. The next few decks are I'm actually looking forward to. I've had some fun brewing them up. But let's go put 555 on the wall. Ooh. Theros Beyond Death is done. So now we can move on to start cranking out more decks and getting caught up before we get back to whatever Ikoria is, because I have a feeling that the Ikoria set itself is going to have a bunch, as well as the The Commander Ikoria that's kind of attached to it. My stab in the dark is 40 ish. I don't know. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching, and y'all let me know what you think. But right now, Joey, we're going to shuffle and cut.